How come the films you review are such downers? Quizzes, Tamza Marie of Dubbo, and hey man, bleak movies all the time? Give us a break, whines Tim from Mount Gambier. Well, dear correspondents, to fulfil your shallow need for jollies, here is a feel-good buddy movie. Just insert batteries. Confession time. Robot and Frank is my favourite movie of 2012. Damn me if you must, but I stand by that. The reviews were good. It screened at Sundance to applause, and then, well, is Sundance really about feel-good movies? It also lacked a distributor willing to put 20 or so million behind it to promote it so that people like you might even know the film existed. End result is a grinning delight of a movie from boot up to log out that slipped right through the cracks of public attention. So, who else has seen it? Yep, between the cracks. Frank Langella plays a grumpy, retired aging man with hints of dementia, or is it just forgetfulness from too much time on his hands and the resultant boredom? Download one concerned adult son, James Marsden, who provides Frank with something every aging, bored dad wants and needs. No, not a free hip replacement or a weekend with a high-class hooker. It's a domestic, cook dinner, clean the house type robot called Robot. It's kind of like Shirley Booth in Hazel, but minus the biting comebacks. In fact, Robot lacks even the most basic social skills. Polite, oh yes, but so dull. And if you don't know who Shirley Booth is, look her up. Of course, grumpy old Frank immediately rejects the new toy. That thing is gonna murder me in my sleep. But soon realises Robot can be trained to assist in more creative ways than just polishing the doorknobs and rearranging the fridge magnets. Now, did I mention what sort of trade Frank is retired from? And I won't. It's not exactly legal, and to his delight, the robot has little issue with becoming Frank's new apprentice. Old people love that sort of thing, passing on their knowledge to the young with half-empty hard drives, and Robot quickly responds and unintentionally initiates a career resurgence for Frank. The old cowboy is back in his saddle with a most unlikely sidekick along for the ride. Okay, I hear the emails pouring in already about spoilers, but compared to what the official trailer for this film gave away, I have been tight-lipped. Frank also has a soft spot for the local librarian, Jennifer, played by Susan Sarandon. And in this film, she is just gorgeous, as she so often is. I mean, even in stinker movies like that recent Tammy, not that I'm here to trounce other films, but Melissa McCarthy, look, let's just leave it there. Susan Sarandon, I love you. There, I said it. Robot and Frank is set in a not too distant future, and like the movie Her, we see a glimpse of where we might be in relating to advanced versions of technology that we have right now. In the case of Her, it's a rather saucy relationship a guy has with his iPhone, and in this film, it's about how a robot might interact with humans as a kind of companion protector. Actually, Robot is barely futuristic science fiction. He's more like real science in just a few weeks from now. Do a search on the tubes of you for the current developments in robot technology, and you will see things very closely resembling Frank's co-star in action. Yes, Tomorrowland is maybe closer than you think. Appearing in a support role as Frank's daughter is Liv Tyler, whose usual pouty, doe-eyed and slightly ethereal presence in films has always left me thinking, yeah, pretty, but so what? Well, Liv, you won me over here, playing the most annoying character since John Goodman in The Big Lebowski. Swanning in from helping poor people in war-torn somewhere else land, this unexpected system error decides to meddle in the really nice cross-platform relationship Frank's established with the robot. She's sort of the Darth Vader to Frank's Luke and Robot's R2-D2 and... okay, maybe not. Anyway, well done, Miss Tyler. I laughed out loud. I hope it was with you. The script, it's solid. It sets up its world very neatly and sticks to its own boundaries of logic. Okay, question marks surrounding how Robot gets into and out of cars, but it's a very minor transgression. The ideas and action keep moving through a very neatly paced 90 minutes. I mean, how often do we see movies that start off great and then sag in the third act? Not here. The writer, director, editor were clearly aiming to keep the fun quota high and the energy flowing. On a deeper level, the film explores a lovely duality, or is it a triality, between Frank's loss of memory, the loss of knowledge from Jennifer's library in the form of books being retired, and the delicate state of electronic memory that can be erased with one simple action. I'm not even going to try to describe how that plays out, but the blending of these ideas and how each impacts on the other is really neatly infused into the film. The screenplay writer, Christopher Ford, in a HuffPost interview said, "I really wanted the technology issue to be more open-ended. Technology can be incredibly positive, especially for our emotional well-being, as long as it lets us understand ourselves better. And that certainly rings true here." Now, I've introduced this film to around a dozen people, and not one of them has come back with anything less than praise for it. It's not perfect, there are a few minor processing errors, but given its small scale and budget, it has a huge heart and delivers on being full of sentiment, but never sentimental. Weakest element? Probably the portrayal of the police officers. Did they have to be quite so inept? Best elements? Number one, nice, tight script. Well-structured, intelligent, accessible, warm, funny. Humour and pathos performing a lovely dance together. Number two, Frank Langella, Susan Sarandon. They are both absolutely delightful to watch. And number three, a surprise ending I did not see coming, and it had me smiling and teary simultaneously. Warning, don't watch the trailer first, it gives away far too much. Robot and Frank. End.